Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Saturday, the 16th of November, 2024. We'll start this morning, as usual, with the synoptic. and This is midnight last night, and to the north, certainly to the north of England and Scotland, there's a bit of an occlusion and followed by a cold front. And if we run that through to lunchtime today, we can see the inclusion is being engulfed by the cold front, and that's moved quite rapidly down the country. And it's now sitting, well, by lunchtime, should be sitting somewhere between Mid Wales and Lincolnshire. Let's take that forward to midnight tonight. It's out into the English Channel and through to lunchtime tomorrow. And the next system's moving in. There's a bit of a ridge of high pressure starting to push in. It's not quite in the right place yet, with a sort of wavy, sort of warm, cold front affair that's moving into the sort of western approaches. Satellite picture today shows a fair bit of layer cloud there. If we just run that through and stop it there at about half an hour ago. There's a fair bit of layer cloud there. There's a few breaks in it. I mean, to the north, there's a bit of wave showing up. Obviously, we're not going to be going that far north today, but we should get some flying in, certainly looking at that picture. The rain radar showing a bit of rain on the front as it moves south. And if we have a look at the forecast for rain today, as we run the clock forwards, we can see that rain gradually approaching. By lunchtime, it's just north of Birmingham. And by about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, there's probably a few showers in that area ahead of the main front itself. And of course, it's going to be dark by sort of 4:45, 5 o'clock before the main band of rain gets here. So that shouldn't affect us too much today. Odium's TAF is about 18 hours old, so we'll ignore that. But we'll have a look at their actuals at the moment. They're showing 2308 knots, greater than 10k visibility, and overcast at 3,200, with the temperature 8 and the dew point 6. Farnborough, their actual is 2704 knots, and it's 240 veering to 300. Greater than 10k visibility and overcast at 32 as well, and the same temperatures and dew points. They're also forecasting for the rest of the day 2204 knots, greater than 10k vis, scattered at 2,500 feet, with a 30% chance that between now and 10 o'clock, visibility down to about 8 kilometres, and a 30% chance that temporarily between 10 o'clock and 6 o'clock, visibility down to 9 kilometres in light rain, broken clouds at 1,200 feet. Spot winds then to the north, 280, excuse me, 15 knots, and to the south, 290, 10 knots, both at 1,000 feet there. And if we have a look at windy, I'll put a flag on Lasham there, and that's showing 7 knots southwesterly at lunchtime today. The local forecast is showing southwesterly to west southwesterly all day, slowly increasing to about 7 knots, so there's nothing much to worry about there. They're also showing it's overcast today with maybe higher percentages of rain towards the late afternoon as that front approaches, and certainly by the dark hours of darkness, there should be some rain with us. Temperatures maximum of about 9 throughout the main part of the day, and looking at humidity in the high 80s, low 90s, so there's going to be a lot more moisture around. GFS are saying about 9 centigrade today, with the dew point down at about 7. And if we have a look at SkySight for the spot forecast for Odium, they're showing the condensation level quite low, but clear of clouds in the first part of the day and early afternoon, but they're showing that cloud thickening up as that front approaches. Top meteo, again, if we run it through from 9 o'clock in the Lasham area, they're showing cloud below 1,000 feet, and then that rising to, so it's below 2,000 feet as we progress throughout the day. But they're also showing a bit of upper cloud there as well. No times then. There's only one really to concern us with. It's 19, which is Bart and Stacey, the live firing. 11 and 14 are both after dark. One of them's actually parachuting and at Dunk as well. And the other one is fireworks down at Eastleigh. But as I say, it's nothing to concern us at this moment. So let's move on to the airfield brief then. And we'll start with the usual Odium cross section. Odium's showing a bit of low cloud, a bit of sort of scattered stratus at the moment. Um, that might be an issue, but there's certainly not, looking out the window, any evidence of that right now. So I'm suspecting that this higher cloud here is going to be what we're going to experience, and certainly towards the end of the afternoon with the front coming in, you can see the drop in temperature there as the cold front comes through. And that's about 6:30 tonight. But of course, at ground level, it's going to come through a bit earlier, maybe about 4:30 or 5 o'clock. So we will get a rapid drop in temperature of a degree or two when that front comes through. They're also showing the winds today to be 240, 8 knots through most part of the day, maybe going out to 250, so just south of westerly. That's going to put us on runway 27 today. The flying list from the website is reasonably well booked up today, but there still are a fair few spaces, particularly with the single seaters. And essentially, we'll have a K21 and a stroke K13 for booked instructional flying. They won't need both of them at the same time. There's only one instructor. One K21 on the casual list, one K21 on aerobatics, if we can get high enough for that. A K21 for the youth group this afternoon, and a K13 on trial lessons. I've yet to make a decision on whether trial lessons are going ahead or not. I'd like to see, at least from the first launch, what height cloud base is, and we've got time to make that decision. As I say, there's availability on the single seaters, 2, 3, 6, and 8. And there's a couple of members on the casual list. Excuse me again. Simulator, of course, is available as per normal. There's no movements to report. And operational note says we'll set up on runway 27 today with the cables on the boom, operating on the south side for winching, gliders on the hard for taking off. All landings will be on the grass, which is wet but firm, but please do not use the wheel brakes. Watch out for misting canopies and low sun. As I say, sunset's going to be around 16:14 today, but with that cold front coming in, it may well be blotted out by low clouds as well. Buggies are reminded about seated passengers only. Of course, as usual, do not land or taxi on the disused runways, which are shown here in red. So here's the setup for today. The launch point vehicle just north of the centre line, winching on the hard to the south and aero towing on the hard to the north. That's it from me today. Have a great day's flying out there. Have lots of fun. Please keep it safe, and I'll see you out there shortly.